It's Week 11 of the 2022 season. Coming up, we'll see Dak Prescott. He was terrific a week ago, well over 400 yards passing. It's the Cowboys and the Vikings, and it comes your way next.
Well, later tonight in November, snowfall is forecasted to hit the Twin Cities, but right now, calm outside, and of course, a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Today, we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Dallas Cowboys and the Minnesota Vikings. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. They come into this one knowing it's been a while since tasting victory. They've dropped 4 in a row.
Can they remember what it was like to win a game? In these types of situations, you're looking for someone to inspire you, and it doesn't have to be one of your best players either.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Cowboys, they've come in on a nice run of recent form. 4 wins out of 5. Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Fields it right around the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. And remember, the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Dak going to start out going to the air. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route, and they just executed that one pretty well.
They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. The numbers on the ground for Williams a week ago. 20 carries, 64 yards, and a touchdown.
There were some signs of life from their ground game last week, but overall, just a so-so performance. Everyone knows they can make a slight improvement how they contribute to this aspect of the offense. Linemen can set their blocks and hold them a little bit longer, and he can be quicker to the hole and hit a lane. If they do that, they should get some better numbers produced this week.
14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 41. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake, Prescott rolling to his left. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. Play fake. Here's Prescott. And again, back to Kmet. And he will have a Cowboys first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They go back to the ground with Williams. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Throwing, Prescott.
Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Prescott. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 16. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
Another completion right there. And again, Charles, good time in the pocket. That offensive line on this opening drive been really solid.
They've been more than solid. They've really tamped down the pass rush and kept him safe in the pocket, able to look around, find his target, and deliver. He's got to make sure he tells the offensive line in the huddle, thanks, fellas. Let's keep it going.
From the red zone now, Prescott. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Up the middle, it's Williams. And this carry, despite the good move, will be stopped short of the 10. The 13th play now coming on this opening drive. Here's 3rd down. Here's Prescott.
This one swung out to Williams.
And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. And now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They've got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Williams going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk.
2nd down and goal. Prescott. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Cowboys are on the board first here this afternoon.
A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
It becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25.
So here come the Vikings as they get set for their first drive.
Bringing them out in his 8th year out of Florida State, the former Heisman Trophy winner, Jameis Winston.
Throughout his career, few have doubted Jameis Winston's ability to throw the football. The concerns, they've always centered around his accuracy and taking care of it. When he makes good decisions on the field, excellent numbers usually result.
A first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. They go play action. Winston. Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. To throw is Winston.
He'll find Gainwell out of the backfield.
And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
Well, able to get the completion, but unfortunately not able to get the third down conversion there on that play.
And I like how the defense approached that one. They knew where the first down marker was, and they decide whatever you want to have, you can. You're just not going to get the first down. Excellent tackling right there.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They run it again with Williams. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Just get the play off. Now Prescott. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away.
Fielded just inside the 20. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession. See if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Now it's a bootleg with Winston. Steps away. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. The pass receiver turned into a runner, then he turned into a fumbler, and it goes the other way for 6.
I love your description. Although for the offense, they're not too happy about it. But for the defense, what a big-time play for them. Never give up on anything. Sometimes you create your own points.
But the receiver, hard to fault him. He's just going for extra yard.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do, but you have to take care of the football.
An extra point by Bass, up and good.
And it's now 14-0. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Play action now, Winston. And he will go down, a Cowboys sack. Cameron Jordan in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Now, the #1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
Winston's throw taken in here by Patrick. As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there.
On 3rd down, Winston. And that is incomplete.
Winston's pass intended for Tim Patrick.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Now the punter, Sam Martin, called on to kick it away here. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And out now come the Cowboys.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. If they didn't get that done, this time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession.
From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6.
From the 39, Prescott. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the first down.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 45-yard line.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
A first down throw for Prescott. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott on target over the middle to Hill. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
A 5-yard gain on the play. First down for Dallas.
To throw is Prescott. Open man is Hill. He's got it.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
A gain of 11 on the play. And a Cowboy first down.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
That's complete right side to Komet. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
2nd down and 5.
Now Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott.
And the Cowboys have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here in this first half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
Yeah, and your experience led you to say that, because we have both seen those 21-0 leads come and go in this league. But this one feels pretty darn secure. And here's the other part. Even when people chip away at it, it forces you into being almost perfect on the other side, doesn't it, in order to try and mount a comeback.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And it's now 21-0. A 10-play drive that time.
And it ends with a touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill. This taken in at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores. And I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Looking to throw again on second down. Winston. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
A first down throw for Winston. Finding his big receiver, Patrick, over the middle.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Vikings slow to get up.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To the air again with Winston. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And they'll work this down inside the 30. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
On play action, Winston.
Now that's into the hands of Mo Alley Cox, the tight end.
Complete to Mo Alley Cox. It's a gain of 7.
On second down, Williams. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Winston. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Tim Patrick, a 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit.
That seemed like a much-needed touchdown after 21 unanswered points to start the game.
It's not often that you equate a football game to a golf tournament, but it's like you don't want to shoot yourself out of the tournament too early. So they needed that touchdown to make sure that they got an opportunity to not just get back into this game, but a chance to win it later if they continue to play well.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The offense getting set again. We spotlight Javonte Williams, the running back.
At his current pace, sure looks well in line for a 1,000-yard season, but some of the older folks watching that remember the 12-game seasons in the NFL probably say, man, it was a lot harder to do that back then.
Yeah, even the 14-game seasons. And, you know, when we talk to those veteran runners, some of those guys who wear gold jackets, right, and appear in Canton, they look at this and go, you know, it's kind of like going to school and taking 5 years to get your degree instead of just 4.
A victory lap. Now, they also used to walk uphill to school both ways.
In the snow.
In the snow.
Blizzards.
Milk was 5 cents. Hey, but he's having a great year not to take anything away from him.
Finding Williams on the check down.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Prescott.
Second and 6.
That one complete to Hill. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Fifth catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
And we got an injury here. And I believe, yes, that's the wideout, Adam Thielen. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. 8 yards to go on second down. Here's Prescott. They complete it to Hill. He's got room at the 30. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 25-yard line. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now a first down carry, it's Williams. And he's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18. Williams going to get it again on second down. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
A gain of 4 yards. First down, Cowboys.
Prescott to throw it.
A throw left side taken in by Komet. Ball on the 8. It's second and 4.
Here's Prescott.
Little out route here, complete to Shepard.
He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score.
Javonte Williams, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year,
as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Tyler Bass now for the point after.
He knocks it through. It's 28-7. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told.
And it was capped off by a Javonte Williams touchdown. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
A look at Jameis Winston now as he gears up to lead this offense again. Last series, the ball never hit the ground. 6 of 6, touchdown pass, so whatever he did then, do it again, right?
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of when I watched the best quarterbacks throw 7-on-7 or even routes versus air. They're accurate. The receivers catch it. The ball never touches the ground. Or if you want to take it to basketball, a well-executed fast break, right? Pass, 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 finish at the rim, basket. Yeah, ball never hits the ground there either. Partner, when you see a screen pass and the defensive tackle ends up making the play, you know that one wasn't sold well at all, because he should be upfield by the time you throw the pass. If not, you end up with big trouble, as we just saw right there.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. On third down, here's Williams. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Here's Hill on the return. And a nice spin into some open field. 21 yards. Well done on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The offense getting set again with spotlight Javonte Williams, the running back.
He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback.
And the Vikings going to take over here one more time before the half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. With that, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Cowboys. And they've had plenty of success throwing the football so far this afternoon, as they're on pace to throw for over 300 yards if their form holds. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they were on the other end of the spectrum in terms of passing efficiency. That's going to need to improve in the second half to come.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Now come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the 3rd.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd.
On 2nd and 7, Winston. Throwing right, and that's complete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Winston.
Oh, he's got his tight end, Mo Alley-Cox, complete. And he will have a Vikings first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
They brought in a heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation, and sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Play fake. Winston.
This one swung out to Williams.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
A couple of first downs has the football position at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Now a throw here to his running back.
2nd and 8 coming up.
Out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A gain of 2.
Again, it's Winston.
2nd and 8.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Intended for Tim Patrick. Incomplete. Brings up
On 3rd down, Winston.
8 yards to go.
Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here's Sam Martin now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. So here are the Cowboys to take over. They've got the lead right now in this ball game, and they're on the heels of that nice win last week over the Packers. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They begin the drive with Williams. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
65 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
Now a dump off here complete.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. Touchdown! Tyreek Hill with career touchdown number 70 as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Here's Bass now for the extra point.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive.
And it ends with a touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Winston.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. To throw on 2nd and 10. Winston. Outright, this one goes to Patrick.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll hand it off now. Williams. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Cowboys have recovered. He was trying to do anything he could to get that final little bit for the first down. Instead, he lost the ball.
Yeah, and he was short of the first down, but not by much. Trying his best, as you noted, to get there. Sometimes that extra effort can cost you.
Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. Creeping up on 1,000. Could get there on this drive, so a challenge for him to do that.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Now a handoff. Here's Williams.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. But the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Winston. He'll get this one to Patrick. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 31-yard line.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
First down, Winston. And he slings one that's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10.
They go play action. Winston. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
It's a gain of 4.
They'll throw again. Winston. Now he steps away. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 13-yard line.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
Williams.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. On 2nd and goal, standing alone in the backfield is Williams. He's going to get it again. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. 3rd and goal, Winston. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Now Zane Gonzalez for the field goal try. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. Gonzalez's kick is good. And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that. But when you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys,
Can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. Fielded at the 20.
It's a 54-yard punt with a return of 11.
And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10.
The Vikings head out to take over once again.
And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But we also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Second and 8 at the 32-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing again on 2nd down. Winston. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Jameis now on 1st down. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. To the air again with Winston.
And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Winston. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 29-yard line. Jameis to throw it. Into the hands of Patrick left side.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
2nd down and 3.
Now Winston.
Now that's into the hands of Mo Alley-Cox, the tight end.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
First and goal on the 9-yard line.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Tackle made at the 5-yard line. A gain of 3.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. To throw, Winston. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Buried behind the line by Christian Wilkins.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Third and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable.
They'll try to run it in. It's Williams.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
Only able to pick up a yard, and that's going to leave him with a long 4th and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Desperation time. Winston on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the 4th fourth down pass attempt, and the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20.
72 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 5. Prescott now.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Winston now. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Here's Winston.
Here's a screen with Gainwell.
And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. So that one a disaster. A big loss there with 2nd down coming up.
Well, pretty surprising suboptimal start to the drive there.
I like that, suboptimal, to put it nicely, right? Because you would think that with all the time they had on the sideline prior to that one, they'd come up with a little bit better play than that one. That was a disaster right from the beginning.
On 2nd and a long way to go. Winston.
Oh, he catches it off the tip. It wasn't even intended for him.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bringing an extra defensive back. Winston.
That's going to be caught along the sideline. And what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They'll say that's a catch. Mike McCarthy pretty decisive. He brings out that red challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So Mike McCarthy correct in his assessment there to challenge that ruling.
4th down, Winston. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21.
Tackle at the 21-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Williams.
And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line.
11 yards there, 1st down.
It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Now a throw to the end end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. On third down, it's Prescott. Flushed out right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
The kick by Bass is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Robert Quinn, that is one he will remember. It's sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Winston. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Here's Winston.
Screen play set up for Williams.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it fourth down.
I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game. And on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point.
Now on fourth down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. And that makes them now 0 for 3 on fourth down attempts.
A lot of people would say they're showing a lot of guts going for it this many times on fourth down. I think they'd have to start thinking with their head a little bit more than with their gut and their emotions, because it's not working for them. They've got to figure out what's been going wrong.
Williams. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
91 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Holding offense.
Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty.
They'll stay on the ground with Williams.
And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Taken down at the 19-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. And it's third down.
Prescott from the gun on third. Throw left side complete. That's Williams. That's going to bring up fourth down. Only a gain of 2 there.
We can make this one pretty simple. Blocked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a fourth down?
The kick by Bass is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
And we'll see if they go back to base. One last shot now for Winston. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Cowboys, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And now they'll have the short week ahead as they'll host their annual Thanksgiving Day game on Thursday. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, add one more loss to the column. That drops them to a woeful 1-9 so far. And they'll try again next week at home against New England.